Um, Good morning, wherever you'll be watching this program from. This is Lower Niger Radio, and I'm here on the studio with Mr. Steve, and we are here to talk about a topic before us: choose between truth and falsehood. Please, if you are just joining this program, you can call in this program. The WhatsApp number to call in, you can call us directly on this number displaying live on our screen. And you can also call us on WhatsApp, those of you living outside the country. And because this program, we're anchoring this program to our viewers, listener viewers from back home, Nigeria. So please, you can call in through the WhatsApp number and give your own opinion, because this is a very significant time for us to deliberate on how to move our dear nation forward, because we are tired of all the catastrophe and the wuru and the nyama things where they happen. Please, this program is open. Come talk as you sabiam. The way you fit speak your English, the way you fit communicate, make people understand you. Please, this program is open for everybody for a brief discussion. And we start on the program this morning. Mr. Steve, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay, Donald. How are you?
I'm doing okay. And I'm so happy that we are here to really want to make Nigerians understand the basic, fundamental difficulties they've been going through, and how we're going to narrow through this process to enable us stop the killings, stop the evil system that has placed us in a place where we never wanted it to be. So I don't know if there is something you want to throw more light on. Let's kick off this program as we wait for our callers to come in, because more of our deliberation will be the question and the issues our callers are going to be raising up on this program for today.
I guess I'm thankful for this opportunity that we can actually deliberate on the pathetic situation that what's supposed to be the hope of all Black people around the world has turned out to be nightmare. That's what Nigeria has become. Nigeria has become dream killer for the citizens. A country that is not balanced in its policy moves toward the people, a country that has denied the people their rights and privileges, a country that is open to admitting foreigners to come and overpower people in their ancestral lands. That's a country that has fallen off the cliff, a country that has lost any right to continue to exist, a country that is so divided that the best solution now we have right in our hands is to part ways, or at best, peacefully, do it in a peaceful way through referendum. I believe that is where we are now with Nigeria, because everything that makes a country has departed the nation by the actions of those who are minding the country. Deliberately, it's not like they are making mistakes. They know exactly what they are doing. By killing Southerners whenever they demand for an equitable society, and rehabilitating terrorists up north and injecting them into the military and the police, where they go and sabotage everything that is being done to fight terrorists in their enclave. So it's becoming obvious that Nigeria is gone, that Nigerians are essentially standing on nothing, that the country is hanging on nothing. It's done. So I hope our people will realize what is at stake and not go for the easy way out, which is election, to give more life to that which is already done.
In respect to what you've just said now, because me myself, I grew up in that Nigeria.
Yeah.
And it beats my imagination that, like, the youth of Nigeria, because if I want to use my own age grade to judge the position which Nigeria is now, and from the time we started schooling and all of that, I still wonder why, as educated, as intellectual as the youth of Nigeria, they still have not figured out that the problem of Nigeria is not the leader, but the system. Because when I was initially thinking the leader has a problem, but now after a large scope of understanding with the knowledge from the Nigeria Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS, that broadened my understanding, and I came to understand that Nigeria is not working, not because we don't have a competent leader. It is because the foundation, the system of Nigeria has already been collapsed even before existence. Yeah. So if you are watching this program, please, we are not despising your opinion. You can call in this program. The WhatsApp number to call in this program is +407 204 1236. And we will be hoping to be hearing from our fellow Nigerians, because this program, we are anchoring this program for the sake and for the betterment of our nation called Nigeria. Because if we say let's go through another one shot and one round of election, believe me, that country, we in fact, the killings that will happen, because anywhere you go now, people are saying obedient. Some are saying articulation. Some are saying jagabanis. In fact, it beats my imagination that the people have not been able to fathom the element of the causes of Nigerian fundamental problem. I really don't know. Are they going to choose between the truth and the falsehood of the coexistence of Nigeria? That is what I really have not understood right now. Like, as we are anchoring this program, I want every Nigerian, you are a boy, you are a girl, you are a man, you are a woman. This program is for you. We didn't just come up and just want to come and confuse you, Nigerians, because what all these politicians have been doing, they've been confusing our fellow citizens. They don't want you to understand the truth of the coexistence of that country. That's why most people are so ignorant about what is happening in Nigeria. And when I watched the last concept, this all our celebrity, they came out and asking them to go get their PVC. And the people did not ask them, you're asking me to get my PVC. Who are you voting for? Because most of all these Nollywood actors and actresses, you see them parabolating themselves as if they are wanting to do the right thing. Don't behind the scene. They are still going behind the scene and collect bribe from all these people. Because all our politicians know how to do is how to steal the mandates of the fellow citizens. And I don't know, let's throw more light on how we could help Nigerians, because we are here to help them. We are here to broaden their understanding. We are here to educate them. Let's throw more light on this issue, on what we can do. Let them understand the problem. The basis of our problem is the Constitution. And let's analyze the issue that will arise if they decide to embark on the 2023 election.
Well, Donald, I want to call your mind to what Dele Farotimi said some time ago. He says that Nigeria is iniquitous. That means full of evil. And by this, Dele Farotimi was talking about the 1999 Constitution. The basis of Nigeria's continued existence, the basis of our union, the thing that links us with our killers, the thing that links Benue people from Benue, people from Ondo. I mean, where do we start? Just long ago, a few weeks back, people that were attending church were murdered right in the church at their weakest point in church. As we were talking about that, another one happened last Sunday in Kaduna, in Kajuru, southern Kaduna. And all these things are happening in Christian-dominated areas. And it's spreading across the country. What is behind all this? What is powering all this? It's the 1999 Constitution that was written by people who never consulted with Nigerians. At the beginning, the formation of Nigeria was a tripod, north, east, and west. Those regions came into Nigerian Union with their constitutions, approved by their regions. And Nigeria now has been going through somersaulting over the years from 1966, when this original union was truncated. Nigeria has been cooking up one lie or the other and settled with 1999 Constitution by Abdul Salam Abubakar, which is said to be photocopy, duplicate of 1979 and Decree 24. Now, it's on the basis of this Constitution that the president of the country can open up the borders of the country for terrorists to move in. People they imported to help them rig the election to remove Jonathan. When Jonathan disappointed them by giving them power without a fight, the terrorists now decided to take over the land because they were promised something. And so this is where we are. Our people need to understand what is important to them, what is really the whole thing going on. The very thing that links us, that binds us with our killers, is what we're touching on, the 1999 Constitution. If we do not change this Constitution, do not expect your electricity to change the way it is today. Do not expect your road to be fixed. Do not expect your local government to function. Do not expect anything, infrastructure whatsoever, your medical condition, your financial situation will not improve, because those that are sharing the money have no idea how to sort this thing out. But we have a solution that was provided by the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination. And they made it simple that even those that are not learned much will understand it, that we need to go through constitution changes from the regions, that we need to go through referendum vote. This referendum vote will help the regions come up with new protocols with which we can relate with each other. It will restore dignity to the lives of every one of our citizens. It will restore right of citizenship to our people. All that we are seeing today going on is the arrangement, is the master plan of the Arewa to take over Nigeria, to render our people stateless right in our own communities, right on our indigenous lands. Those who are non-indigenous, those who have no ancestral land in Nigeria, are the ones telling us now that they own Nigeria. Just like they told the bishop, the leader of Methodist Church, that they abducted somewhere in Abia State. They told him that Nigeria is their own. In fact, after the man made those confessions, we even hear more of it from captured Fulanese from Ondo State, those that went to kill people in the church, that they are doing this because they are the owner of this land. It is the Constitution of Nigeria, current Constitution of Nigeria, that is setting Nigeria on fire. Anybody that thinks that it is another election, that it is a personnel change that will alter the drift, is wasting time. Because at the end of the day, we're deceiving ourselves. If we want to fix a structural damage in a building, you have to go back to the foundation. Otherwise, the building is going to collapse on everyone. Just like building collapses in Nigeria and kills people in great numbers. If we want to save this situation, what we have to do is to initiate a process of referendum to get new commitments from our people from the regions, to recommit or to abstain, or to say, look, there are two options here. Either we go it separately, or we have a proper union that will accommodate everyone, that will give each citizen equal right and justice in the system.
Yeah, because this issue you just raised now gave me an idea about when I was listening to I think one pastor, I think Abioye, he was saying that, like, listen, even the era when they will say Nigeria is a three major ethnic group, as that time has gone.
Yeah.
Nigeria is made up of different nationalities.
Yeah.
Different nationalities, whereby all these nationalities, they are all coexisting together to ensure we have a edible nation. They are representing us in far across the whole world. So I don't see a reason whereby one tribe we think they are more dominant, that it is their right to rule Nigeria, that if they don't rule Nigeria, they will kill other people in replacement of their quest for power.
Yeah.
So another issue I'm trying to want us to talk about is because we are just 6 months away from the end of this year, and which is 2023 is right around the corner.
Yeah.
If we put the election time and the number of the period of time that is left before the election period, we'll see that we have a limited time for Nigeria to conduct a referendum.
Yeah.
So the best solution that I have heard about some other prominent people, like the senior advocate from Nigeria, I've spoken about it. Even I was listening to one of this pastor. He has never said anything that moves along with me, but this one he said was something that triggers me to want to listen to him.
Are you referring to Reverend Chris Okotie?
Government that will transit Nigeria for the restructuring of the referendum that we need, because if Nigeria do not go through a referendum, I wonder who is going to come in power, because even Kingsley Moghalu came out a time and said it. Kingsley Moghalu came out and said Nigeria needs to go through a restructuring referendum, whereby all these regions that were neglected, how can you neglect people that are working so hard to improve the system of the country? They are getting nothing in return. No hope for their children. These people are busy looting, stealing, embezzling cash without even being penalized. And our people are failing to understand the basis of this, that how can a man say you are coming to rule a nation and you come there, you misuse power, you steal money, and yet nobody can question you? The only way they question each other is when they have this political clash and you see them want to fight against one another. Let them know that it is their political party that is the ruling party. We can deal with you with EFCC, we can deal with you with DSS, and so on and so forth. Outside of that, these guys work freely, irrespective of how they misuse or mismanage the resources that was meant for the citizens. So if there is a constitution that states all of this in place, that these territories, this region, the money that comes from there, you need to be used on the citizens. I see no reason whereby someone will go there and go and achieve his purpose, because people are not glamoring Jagaban. Jagaban has no good history. I want to call the names of all of these people Nigerians are foolishly following. Sorry to use that word. Because when people become so blind, that means they are acting foolishly. They have eyes, they cannot see. They have ears, they cannot hear. Are you going to want to, you don't keep testing a nation for more than how many? Okay, let's look it from the 1999 that we are talking about. Let's not go into the deep history of how Nigeria came about. Let's look it from the 1999 constitution, which was constructed by a military dictating ruler, Abdul Salam, which guarantee even, what's his name, Buhari, our president now, the opportunity to run for a presidency election. And he was emerged the winner because why? That man has committed treason to Nigeria.
Yes.
in 1986. According to the law of other nations that we know too well, people like him are not supposed to be participating in anything that has to do with government in that country, because he has sabotaged the democratic system of the nation. But we are trying to educate Nigerians, because we that are outside the country, we know how other systems have been working and how they have been progressing. And if we don't come out to tell you people the truth, what is our gain?
Well, it's unfortunate. The thing is this, you know, when politicians say something, we have to really pull back and think about what they are saying. Are they really serious? You made mention of Kingsley Moghalu and Peter Obi. I want to focus on Peter Obi because there is this revolution that is going on now. People are getting agitated. They want to go get their PVC because it appears there is a change in the horizon. But the same Peter Obi stated what was right about Nigeria after evaluating the situation of the country. Peter Obi said that a number of people have been approaching him to contest the presidency. That being the presidency is like being the driver of the vehicle. That the vehicle has no brain box.
I could still remember that statement from
That
him.
is word of truth. That's a proper evaluation of the failed Nigerian Union. The brain box, whatever links us together, is broken. One would expect that His Excellency Peter Obi would have insisted, would have joined those that are calling for a multi-regional binding referendum to fix that brain box that is not in the vehicle. Unfortunately, both Peter Obi, Kingsley Moghalu, and all others who may have noticed what is the problem with this country, with this failed federation, they know it. But instead of going for the solution, they're going to give additional life to this evil document that has enslaved our people. The document that has actually, the current president of Nigeria, the seditious Muhammadu Buhari, has stepped on this document and used it as a springboard.
Yeah, he said it.
To import terrorists from Africa. He went to Egypt to announce it, that they will be issued visa upon entry. And they've been doing this. And so what we're talking about here is referendum to fix the structural damage, to fix the structural defect, to rescue the citizens of Nigerians, the real owners of Nigeria, to restore them to their places of dignity in the eyes of the world. Not clamoring for who will be the driver of this vehicle that is dead. That is not going to lead us anywhere. But we can do the right thing by looking far and for the short term too. Where do we go from here? We can have referendum. And when we have referendum, that will either lead to a new country for all of us or independent states. And I'll make reference here. The Union of Canada was Union of the Willing. Canada as a country started with 4 provinces and territories. At different dates and different times, different territories joined this union that is now made up of 9 provinces and 3 territories.
Yeah.
None of them were forced into the union through the barrel of the gun. Individual provinces, through their people, through their municipalities, through their local governments, came together and decided that they want to join the union. This is exactly what we're talking about. That Nigeria need to have a new, fresh start. That we need fresh protocols from the regions that gave birth to Nigeria. Everything that has been done from 1960 to date has been fraudulent against the indigenous nationalities that gave birth to Nigeria. As we're speaking now, the Fulani are ravaging Middle Belt and Southern Nigeria, including all the states in the South. Everything that they've done all this while has been to enslave our people. By the year 2000, the Ariwa, starting with Zamfara State, decided that they were fed up with Nigeria, and they started opting out for Sharia law, which is a complete separation from the rest of Nigeria. Because the introduction of Sharia law was a separation, an effective separation from the rest of Nigerians. Because democracy and Sharia law, they're exclusive of each other. They cannot coexist. So when the Northerners did this, they actually separated themselves from the rest of Nigerians. I don't know why our people are not getting this. Why are we not getting it? Why do we want to be looking for quick, easy way out?
That is my take.
Yeah.
Because all Nigerians want that they think if they boycott all this problem, the solution has come.
Mm-hmm.
They forgot that, like, there are some bases of where these problems originated from.
Yeah.
And not until we go into that because if I take a look at, okay, let's take a look at all our ex-service chiefs, those that have ruled Nigeria before. These people hold on to Nigeria resources without letting go. And on a normal basis, what the state owns them is gratuity and pension for serving the nation. But no, because there is no law that states all of this, they come, they rule, they hold on to the resources, just as Jagaban did to Lagos. Jagaban, he privatized all Lagos wealth into a family business. And this is what most leaders, like, I don't want to make mention of many names, like Obasanjo sold almost all the government properties in Abuja. There was a time I ran into him when they almost probed him. He was running to Turkey. I met him in the flight. He was the last person that came on flight on board on that period.
Yeah.
And the newspaper that was shared on the flight, his name was at the front page. And he was running. Because they know how to manipulate the system. And all this oga that is right in our political system, there must be a law that we put them aside. Because it is the law, the constitution, that is going to break their wings. That is going to let them know that, listen, this country, we are so sorry that you were there when Nigeria gained independence. But it's so unfortunate that you cannot keep taking what belongs to the citizens and privatize it for your selfish interest. We are coming out to educate Nigerians, and we are coming out, not just coming out to come and talk. We are coming out to educate you and also give you the solution, because we have come here to prepare on how we can narrow through this program and give you information on what to do, how to go about it, and how to bring the solution through the multiracial referendum by the Nigeria Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS. NINAS has been championing this movement for a very long time. If you guys think what we are saying is just a main talk, why do the Nigeria court system sat on the petition Anthony Enao wrote long ago regarding the constitution? They know that constitution is the only way they get the immunity they are using to extort the people. So when you talk about the constitution, you see them running and shying away from it because they don't want you to, like, realize their loopholes. So, like, Nigerians, please, we are here to educate you. We are here to bring life to you. We are not here to deceive you like all those political aspirants coming out to tell you they are the Messiah. that they want to move a motor that does not have an engine. I think they want to develop wings on the motor so that the motor will fly, because any motor that has no engine cannot move. Even if it wants to fly, it still needs an engine to go on the air. So we really don't know the strategy they want to use to operate that dead on arrival country. But we are calling on the citizens of Nigeria. Please, if you are watching this program, please call on WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is displaying right on the screen. We want to hear your opinion so that we can deliberate on what we can do, the process on how we can go on the multi-regional referendum. Because if we don't involve every of this ethnic group, these nationalities that are more than how many nationalities in Nigeria in the system, that means you are actually robbing them from their entitlement, from their place of birth, and which we are here to stop. Enough is enough from all these people that think they could rob fellow citizens of Nigeria from their birthright.
Let me just say that the Bible said that two cannot work together except they first agree. And it's obvious that we do not agree in Nigeria today, because of that lack of agreement, nothing is working. Nigeria is a perfect example of a society that is at war with itself. If it is not happening in the north, it's happening in the south, east, west, middle belt, everywhere. Our number one problem is the Constitution, the working document. It lied against Nigerians by saying that we, the people,
dim feet,
gave ourselves damnable documents to condemn us. We ourselves gave ourselves this document to render ourselves slaves to foreign invaders, the Fulani coming into Nigeria, pretending to be cattlemen. Meanwhile, they are fighters, being powered by the current government of Major General Muhammadu Buhari. The government of Nigeria, through the Minister of Defense and the National Security Advisor, a few years ago, doled out over ₦1 billion, which worked out to be $300 million back then, to the Fulani Miyetti Allah, the owners of Fulani terrorist group. Now, because Muhammadu Buhari is in government, they became so bold, so emboldened, because he's their grand patron. They could do anything. Even when the Fulani are captured, bearing Nigerian military guns, serial numbers, guns that are bearing Nigerian military serial numbers. When they catch some of them, they turn around and release them. People who are Boko Haram fighters, killers in the Boko Haram system. When Nigerian army captures some of them, the government now initiate repentance and rehabilitation program for them, where they house them in good houses while their victims are in IDP camps, where they get bombed by Nigerian military. And so who wants to be in this kind of situation? Who wants to embrace this country and say, oh, this is my lovely country? A country that is seeking after your destruction. A country that is preferring foreign invaders who somehow has tribal linkage and religious affiliation with the president. Nigerians became vulnerable ever more than they've been in their life with Muhammadu Buhari in office. The solution is a multi-regional referendum so that we can find out from our people what they want. If our people go through referendum and decide, oh, we want to stay where we are, then so be it. That is what this whole thing is all about. So the nations within the union need to go through referendum from the regions to recommit to continue the way they are going. Once we go through that referendum and have it ratified, anybody, I don't care who you are, you can come and contest for election in my area. If you win, you'll be the ruler. What we need right now, and urgently too, is a multi-regional referendum It will save the church in Ondo State. It will save those people in Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, that are dying. It will save those that are being targeted in Benue State. I mean, not long ago, we saw a video of Fulani terrorists having a camp in Benue State with military uniform, everything. What is emboldening them? What is powering them? It is the lack of a serious document binding us together. The sovereignty of our people is under attack. And if we are to protect ourselves, we have to go back again to the foundation. Where did we go wrong? The Constitution of Nigeria is the problem of Nigerians. If we want to give solution to Nigerians, we have to go for regional referendum. Draw up new protocols that will stabilize the polity. And then we can now talk about election. Right now, what Nigerians need like yesterday, like last year, is referendum. That will trigger stable power supply. That will eliminate criminals in government. That will remove ballot snatchers. That will begin to restore dignity in the, integrity in the processes that we need to go through as citizens. Because even ordinary citizens have responsibility. But right now, Nigeria is in total chaos. It's not working, and it will not work because we're not being honest with ourselves.
Yes.
We're not sincere. That's why a lot of people think that, oh, let me go get my PVC. There is no solution there. I voted for MKO Abiola's election. I knew how it was going as Abiola's result was coming in. Prices of essential commodities were falling in the market. Guess what? Those who think they own Nigeria stopped the election. Because their desire is not to stabilize the country. Their desire is not to make things affordable for people. Their desire is not to restore peace and justice, equity, stabilize the environment to the people. No. That Abiola was a Muslim did not even matter to them. They stopped him because they have their own agenda. And by stopping Abiola, they trampled on everyone that voted for him, including me. And so what are we talking about? We're talking about a long-lasting solution to this unworkable union.
You see, in addition to what you just said, I want to give, let's say, a future example for Nigerians to look into the future. You know, some time ago, the Boko Haram bandits, they went to the NDA, the Nigerian Defense Academy, and they also broke into Aso Rock.
Yeah.
And I have a friend that is into editing and photographing that has actually worked in Aso Rock. He said there is no way on earth you can beat the security in these two places.
Yeah.
Do you know what these guys are doing? Because if Buhari can overthrow a government in the past, he can still do it again.
Yeah.
This is just a resurface of what has happened in the past, trying to replay for Nigerians, and yet they don't want to pay attention. This is the narrative of the future. If, for instance, Nigerians think they can move Aso Rock away from Abuja within a twinkle of an eye, it will not work. The Boko Harams and the bandits, they have all their strategy on how to invade Aso Rock for overthrowment, and the Nigerian military has been silent without addressing Boko Haram issue, because any administration that will come, they will tell you this issue has long been there before you come.
Yeah, that it has been lingering.
Yes, there is nothing we can do about it. Yeah. So is either you manage it, or we don't know what to do. So we are advising Nigeria now, because the death is still going, the killings is still going to continue, because the system does not stop all this. Our borders are open for foreigners to come in there. Let's talk about credibility of election. Do you think Nigeria is credible enough to conduct a free and fair, transparent election? How? How is that possible? It can never be possible. Why it can never be possible is because foreigners are still allowed to come into the country, a country that since you guys can attest to it, the last time Nigeria conducted census, we don't even know our head count. We don't even know the number of our population. So you are showing yourself that like the people that are getting their PVC now, because there are different strategies they're going to use. Even your so-called obedient, the place that obedient we have more voters, that their machine is going to break down. They will not be able to accredit people, because I've worked with INEC before. That was the strategy. I'm not going to mention the name of the places. That in Ogun State, that was the strategy they told us to use, because they already know who they want to give the winner. In Abiakuta, I work with INEC office in Bomosho. That was the strategy they told us. Go there and act like the machine is broken. And me, as a brave person, I was there standing in front of the people. I was so lucky then. They did not break my head. That is why I'm coming to Nigeria now. I'm tired of all this nyama that is happening around. Let's build our nation.
Our people need to wake up and actually see what is going on. How can you trust the integrity of a system that is already tilted against you?
Against you.
even to obtain the PVC, it's highly challenging. That people are being chased, fought in a place like Lagos to get PVC. So how then do you trust the integrity of the actual election to work in your account based on your vote? I mean, if 1993 MKO Abiola, duly elected, couldn't make it, what has changed that should make me believe that 2023 is going to be any different from 1993? You know, it's a very historical year, actually.
Yeah.
Check 1993 to 2023. How many years is that?
That is approximately 20 years.
No, 30 actually.
30 years, sorry.
Thank you. So you see what is going on. We are going in circles.
Yeah.
And people are not getting it. That those who are taking you slavery are just quietly sitting somewhere laughing at your ridiculing you, as it were. Let's see what they will do. And we're doing nothing. Nobody is asking the right questions. People are ready to settle for anything. It is during seasons like this that you see them come out, share money. I mean, the highest bidder got the tickets, got the flag bearer for each party.
I tell you, they were distributing check. If Nigerians are wise enough, that will not prove to you that if they can do it in the primaries, they can do it in the general election. This was not an hidden agenda. They were cutting check in dollars.
It is cash and carry. It is cash and carry. There is no integrity in the system. The whole thing is that if only our people know what is going on, if only our people know what is going on, it is better to take the highway now than to take shortcut, because shortcut will only land you into where the enemies want you to be. They want our people to go through election to give life to this slave document.
Because they know that it's only the election that could revive that constitution.
That will reinforce it, yes. So to deal with these imbalances, to deal with everything that is wrong with Nigeria, medical, energy, road, every infrastructure, including discrimination, everything that is wrong with Nigeria is rooted in the 1999 Constitution. Whether Nigerians take it or not, it's not going away. The only thing that will make it to go away is for us to hold a multi-regional referendum. Those that are calling for Yoruba nation, those that are calling for Igbo nation, Edo nation, Igbo nation, Middle Belt Federation, the opportunity we have now is to go for a referendum, knowing that we cannot trust the integrity of the umpire of the Nigerian electoral body. We cannot trust anything that is being done by the Nigerian government right now, because the government is not neutral in all the evil that is going on, especially the killings. The killings, the flanization agenda of the government, which has essentially tied the Nigerian military and these terrorists together, is what we have to deal with. The prelate, the head of Meritis that got abducted, that paid, I believe it was 100 million naira to the terrorists. He confirmed that soldiers were very close to where he was held. So whether we know it or not, the Nigerian military is involved.
There is no smoke without fire.
The president is the one giving them directions that wherever they go, these people must go. Wherever they have military barrack, they have to use the practicing range where they go to practice behind the barracks, that they should make it open for the Fulani herdsmen terrorists to practice to ply their trade. So that is where they now keep their kidnapped victims, very close to the military barracks, because when they finish, they walk into the barracks. They all live in the barracks. We know how these things go. Everywhere there is a new military base, the Fulani moves in with them. They all go hand in hand. Even some of them that has been captured are bearing AK-47 and AK-49 issued to the Nigerian military with military serial number. Obadiah Melafia told us all this before he got eliminated. What is wrong with our people? What is wrong with Middle Belt? What is wrong with Southeast? What is wrong with South, South, and Southwest? Why are we getting misled into another election? To give life to our killers, to continue their killing? You tell me somebody will change it? It's a constitutional matter. That means we must go for referendum to restore dignity to the life of our people. We must go through referendum for a fresh start. We must go through referendum to break away from the prison. The breakout will happen.
We have our first caller this minute. Let's hold on and listen to our first. Oh, the line cut off. Okay. So according to the chat we are getting right here, because we need to carry our people along, because we are getting a lot of chat here. This is our first caller. Let's receive our first caller and hear from people's opinion, what they talked about this discussion we are anchoring on now. Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon here, my time. Please tell us your name and tell us your opinion on what you think on this topic before us. Choose between truth and the falsehood Nigeria that we are existing on today.
Okay, thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you, brothers. I am enjoying your broadcast this evening. I'm calling from Europe, Germany, to be precise, and my name is Ife. And I like the topic you are discussing this evening, which is choose between lies and truth, or choose between truth and falsehood. So, coming to this, the analysis I have been listening to, you know, that the problem Nigeria has is the constitution. Every day, every person, many people have been stating this fact, that Nigeria is built on lies. That the foundation of Nigeria is built on lies. And that lie means that we did not give ourselves the constitution, which promotes rule of law. So, as it is now, Nigeria has no rule of law, because the people did not make the constitution that guides their life or policies that it was imposed. We cannot overemphasize this. So that lie still remains lies. And we are told from your broadcast that we have to choose between truth and lies. And truth gives us eternal life, while lies can destroy. Lies is being represented by the forces of darkness. Now, coming to that constitution that is tying every person down, we can even see from all the broadcasts made by the NINAS and NINA Secretariat that the constitution, which lies against itself, that we the people having firmly and solemnly resolve to live in unity and in harmony as one indivisible and indissoluble sovereign nation under God. They even lied against God. Maybe the God they are referring to is their small gods, not the Almighty God. Because Almighty God, who created us, made us to live in dignity and to stand on our ancestral lands and enjoy all the resources of these ancestral lands where God has put us onto. But Nigeria lied, saying that having solemnly, we do not know when we have solemnly and firmly resolved to live in unity, which means there is no union. So all these imposition, all these things they have been hammering on, that brings about failure of governance. That there are so many strikes. Even as at now, the students are still on strike. It brings about a lot of woes, insecurity, hunger, anger, corruption, impunity, nepotism. What again? Seizing everything that gives joy to life and to promote standard of living. Right now, there is fuel scarcity. Right now, there is shortage of electricity. How can Nigeria grow? And people are even saying, Nigeria, maybe through obedience, Nigeria can be great again. It is lie. It is the same lie. And then, the greatest injury, the greatest crime somebody can do to himself is to lie to himself. Exactly. We can't continue this way.
At all.
We can't continue, promoting lies. And that is why they are those who feel they are the owners of Nigeria are promoting these lies, trying to force us into unity. It is not done anywhere. There are people who want to be very, very truthful to themselves. You can't force the person to come and adopt your language. It is against one's conscience.
Thank you so much, Ife from Germany. We appreciate your contribution here.
My contribution this evening, is please let us maintain the tempo. I like your analysis and do not back down. We have to get our people on the right track.
There is no backing down.
We have come and we are not relenting.
That's it.
Because we are tired. If even those that said they are not tired of the suffering that are seen, because where I come from, they say stick where somebody see, not supposed blind your eye because you see them. Yeah. But yet our people are seeing the death, the killing, the hunger, the starvation, the stealing and everything happening to them, yet they are still pumping themselves into it. We will put, if they don't have the sense, we will talk sense into them. We are not backing out. We will talk sense into them because picking where you get papa, if they give advice to them, the one will not get papa suppose come put ear down, make it the list so that make it for the wise. So we talk to them. They will hear it. We will not back out. We will keep talking. Thank you so much for calling from Germany. Wherever you are watching this program for, please call in, give us your opinion. We need to discuss. We need to bring this country issue into a table talk and analyze how we can work freely into a new transitional process of government that will favor you, that will build a foundation for our unborn generation. Because if we watch what happened in 1993 with MKO Abiola, a child that was born then is already 30 years now.
Exactly.
Already 30 years of age, and yet none of them has a future of where they are going. Then we'll say we'll still keep quiet. Thank you so much for calling in, and we appreciate your call. Brother Steve, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I wanted to say that if Nigerians actually, if the Nigerian, I mean, when I say Nigerians, please, I'm talking about the actual people that own the land.
Yes.
Those that lay claim, like me, to ancestral land.
Yeah.
When I'm talking to these people. Every right that accrues to you as citizens, as bona fide citizens of your country, has been taken away from you.
Stripped off.
Everything that gives you right as a citizen, everything that made you the employer of your governments, have been taken away from you. And I want to cast our mind to what Peter B said that happened to him while he was in office. Remember, he was elected and some criminals took over his position.
Mm-hmm.
When he eventually came in, he began to repair the properties that were burnt by Andy Oba and his brother, Chris Oba, while Obasanjo was president. They burnt Anambra State institutions. So as Peter Obi was fixing these properties that were damaged, they already had bloated budget to fix these things. Probably like over $700 million. And he fixed it with 43 million. And they impeached him. Where am I going with this? I'm talking about corrupt people serving as your representatives.
Mm-hmm.
From your local government to your state assemblies, going all the way to federal. If we don't go through referendum, do not expect any change.
No change at all.
The same criminals, the same criminal minds that has taken every resource of the state, every resource of the people into their private pockets, are still going to be in charge.
Listen to what one of our viewers is saying. He said the highest bidder won Ekiti election.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. But that's what is happening everywhere.
Everywhere.
Fact, let me take it. Let's take it a little bit. Let's take it a notch up. The highest bidder won the APC presidential primary. The highest bidder won the PDP primary. That's a fact. It was coming out that the sitting vice president, who's supposed to be a Christian, a pastor, actually was trying to play the normal way. And people told him, hey, you're not offering us anything. By the time he offered $5,000 to the delegates, Jagaban already gave $25,000. So the vice president got beaten. So you see what I'm saying? What we're trying to bring out here is that if our people are really serious, if people really want to see positive change, real change, not written change, but real
one,
practical change. If you want it, the very starting point will be referendum. It's not complicated. How do we go about this?
I wanted to ask that question. It's a simple process. Let's deliberate on how to educate Nigerians about referendum.
Shut down every further political moves toward 2023 and fix this situation right now. We can still do it within this 2022 by shutting down all activities, political activities, and shooting for referendum, so that we can at least know where we are. Where are we? So that the people, the citizens, their rights, their privileges will be restored. In the current constitution, subsection 6C, it leaves it at the discretion of the president to respect the integrity of our people or not, to take away all the privileges that accrue to citizens. A country that functions this way is not a country. Nigeria is worse than a ghetto. Nigeria has come to that point where people are so insecure that their leaders, their governors don't know what to do because they have no power.
Take a look at what happened in Owo. Do you see any of all those government people went there to sympathize with these people?
No, they will not.
We have someone on the chat room that said the youth need to wake up. That Mr. Obi is a good person, but he's not telling the youth the truth, and which I believe too well. Because if he's telling us the truth, we are not saying he's a bad person. But time ago, you have come out and told us that, like, oh, Nigeria has no engine. Now you are saying you want to move the country. How are you going to move a country that is dead already? Are you going to wake the country up? Do you have the power of resurrection? When the people that killed the country are still very much alive, politically, they are stronger than you. In every area, those guys are well equipped more than you. In fact, they know the in and out of Nigeria because you've worked under them before. So are you going to break their protocols?
The thing is that Nigerians are looking for easy way out. And it's not going to work in this situation because things have really gotten out of hand. And if that's bad news, I'm sorry, but it is the truth. Things have gone so bad that voting for the next president will not solve Nigeria's problem.
At all.
What will begin to scratch the problem of Nigeria is a multi-regional referendum. That will start the healing process. That will start the process of restoration of dignity of the human life in the country. Right now, your life is worth zero. Zero. It's not worth anything. You are worthless compared to the cow in the north. The cow that they bring into your farm, into your forest to destroy you. In fact, that's because of those cows, they go to kidnap people because they want to take over your land.
Your land, yeah. He promised them the land. He promised them that he's going to give them the land.
Yeah.
Because that was what they used to sabotage Goodluck Jonathan's administration.
Yes.
And Peter Obi think he can come and reign when these people are still very much alive. In fact, Nigerians, are these people not okay?
The thing is that our people, like I said,
they are so gullible, I swear.
Our people have been so traumatized that the ability to reason is almost taken away from them. And in the search for easy way out, in the search for quick solution, anything that involves them doing something actual, something real, they want to avoid it by every means possible. Our people want manna to fall from heaven. They want the solution to come from the Azores and land. But it is us. The solution lies with each of us. What we do with it matters. What we do with all the information that is coming out matters. We have to actually walk the talk. We have to actually walk the talk to make changes happen for us and for our children and for their children's children. The end to all these things is the process of referendum. That will be the first step. Every other thing will follow after that.
After that.
But if we're to go through election, all we're doing is reinforcing the fraudulent constitution to continue to hold sway among us and to continue to enslave our people and to continue to downgrade the value, the quality of our lives. Our people can have it better. It can be better for our people if only we can pay attention and begin to act like we are beginning now to understand what is going on.
The problem we are facing, a man cannot be chasing a rat when his house is on fire.
Absolutely.
The problem we are facing, if we are waiting for an external body to come and solve it for us, we must be joking.
Yeah.
You knew what happened in 1999 between the Quebec and Canada when they wanted to leave. The people voted.
Yeah.
And it was looked into. And those they said they want to remain in as Canada, they won the election. It was a frightened election between the Canadian system and the Quebec system.
Yeah.
So privileges has to be given to the citizens. If we say we are practicing democracy, We have to do it in a proper manner. We have to give privileges, right, opportunities to the citizens, because without the citizens, there is no government.
Our people need to realize that what Ahmadu Bello said on October 12th, 1960, is being worked upon as we speak. That declaration by Ahmadu Bello, as was captured or reported by the pilot back then, was that the new nation, Nigeria, that was less than 2 weeks old, is their great-grandfather's estate. That the South will be treated as conquered territory. Are we not being treated as conquered territory?
That is what is happening.
That the Middle Belt will be used as willing tools in their hands. To do their dirty deals. Is that not happening?
It is so obvious.
Today, Southern politicians and Middle Belt politicians are actually working hard.
They are Judas goats.
To keep the fraudulent 1999 constitution going, because it feathers their nest.
Yes.
It adds to their bank account. They get contracts.
You see how they are all instigating their children now to run for Senate and House of Representatives. They want to rule you. They want their children also to come and rule you.
Yes. You see,
please, if you are watching this program, the line is open for you to call in, because this program, we are not just championing this program because we want to come live on here and talk. No, we are coming here to effect change. That change you have been clamoring for is what we are organizing this program for, to educate Nigerians. Bring in your own topic, bring in your own opinion. Let's analyze it and educate you why the basis of this conversation is important for us to deliberate on.
Let me remind our people.
Yes, the phone number is right on the screen. It's +1 407 204 1236. You can call in from WhatsApp. The line is open. Whenever you call, we're going to give you audience for you to talk, so that people can hear your own opinion on what you think and your take concerning Nigeria.
Dele Faro to me in one of his other submissions said that if you are to bring someone to the power 20 to double him, Dele Faro to me, with his brain capacity and everything, multiply it 20 times over, it will not solve the problem
at all. No, it's not an intelligent president we are lacking.
Yes,
we are lacking a system that was not well organized.
Thank you.
How can you come and build a skyscraper on top a 2-story building foundation? Oh God, I want to work.
It will collapse.
It will collapse.
It will go down.
It will go down.
And that's why Nigeria is going down. I don't care what anybody tells me. The Nigeria that I know, the chaos that I saw in Nigeria, the chaos that is still existing in Nigeria as we speak, makes for a perfect collapsed country. A country whose citizens cannot speak of positively is not a country in existence.
At all.
Because each country lives in the hearts and minds of the people. Anything beyond overhauling this whole thing, not National Assembly trying to amend what they cannot amend, which is a practice in illegality, but to actually rework this country, it will have to go through constitutional reordering. We have to go back to the regions that gave birth to Nigeria and come up with people-oriented constitutions from the regions. And then we know whether we can relate with those Ariwa, the caliphate. If we cannot relate with them already, they're separated from the rest of us. From year 2000, when they started rolling out Sharia system from Zamfara, Ahmed Yerima was the governor then. Once they started putting out their Sharia law, they started separating from the rest of Nigerians. And so what we're talking about now is a more organized way of having this problem solved by going through referendum, finding out the pulse of our people. What are they thinking? What do they want? Where do they stand? There's nothing wrong with it. Who is afraid of referendum in Nigeria, if not the criminals? Who is afraid of going through referendum in Nigeria now, if not the enemies of Nigeria? Because a true lover of Nigeria will be begging, let's go through referendum, let's heal this problem. Let's heal all this element that is bothering this country through referendum. No, but they cannot do it. Rather, they want to hoodwink people into another round of election whose outcome already has been decided.
If I don't know if you can still remember when the president of the so-called president, Muhammadu Buhari, said those people that are asking for a referendum, what do they mean by referendum?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. President, if this video can get to you, we are here to also educate you. Maybe probably you don't know what a referendum is.
He knows. He's just being smart by half. He's a very insincere, dishonest human being. He knows exactly what it is because he was part of the people that were being advised or lectured. He was representing the northern elements in Nadeko. He knows. He knows what is going on. But the thing is that the insincerity of their heart, the insincerity of their intentions is leading him to say, those that are clamoring for referendum, you don't know what they are talking. We are talking about resetting Nigeria, having a new beginning, a restart. We are talking about an end to the killings. We are talking about an end to the impunities in government from every level. I mean, something that cost 40-something million was actually budgeted for 800 and something million to end up into private pockets. That is what referendum we're talking about is all about. It is to actually get this train that has derailed back on the rail, back on the tracks. The only way we can do it is by the people voting for referendum, not for the next president.
Yes.
The next president can actually come out after we must have gone through referendum. And today, Reverend Chris Okotie called for interim government in his advice, in his admonition to Peter Obi, which also goes to every other sincere person out there that is seeking the presidency of Nigeria. Please support the call for interim government so that we can now, during this period of interim government, we will organize ourselves and go through referendum. Through that referendum vote, we will now fix a date for election if necessary.
I don't know if you can still remember in 2020 here in Canada when the Minister of Finance was accused of $40,000. He went to do a birthday party and he was accused of spending lavishly. They were asking him where he got. The guy resigned.
Yeah.
This is what we call transparent government.
And he refunded the money. Yeah.
In our system, can this happen? Because one thing our people are saying, they almost don't say Nigeria never reach that stage where are you not grown enough to understand all these things that are in place?
It is system.
Like this is how it should be done.
It is the system, brother. If the system is faulty, it cannot check anything.
It cannot check anything.
Let me say this again. Local government councillor travels to Ottawa or to Montreal for some meeting and comes back, submits some questionable receipts for refund. And they found out that there was like 5,000 overcharge. He paid everything back. And he was reprimanded.
Imagine.
From the city hall, from the city. Remember, it starts from the city to the state and to the federal.
Yeah.
So if that charity, if the system doesn't work from your local community, it will not work at state and it will not work at federal.
At federal.
The incentives you have from local will move to state. From state, they will move to federal. That is what killed Nigeria.
Yes. Do you know why this system is so porous to the extent that even Oga cannot question boy when boy steal money? Because Oga said they steal money. Everybody is corrupt. So you cannot come and look at my anus when your anus is open, wide open. You know what I mean? So they cannot question even to the local government because then themselves, they are corrupt.
my brother. The whole thing is this. If our people know the value of what we are trying to pass along to them, if they know what lies in store for them, they will not listen to anybody telling them to go vote for anything.
Go vote. I'm saying it.
We are talking about restoring dignity back to our people. The pride of being, I mean, do you know what it means to be indigenous to a land? There is only one place you can claim to be indigenous to.
Yes, of course.
It doesn't matter whether you go to the moon and come back.
Come back.
There is only one place you can claim indigenous to. That is your ancestral land. This is what the enemy of the southern and middle belt Nigerians are challenging. This is why they have tried Ruga, tried shoreline acquisition, all kinds of ideas they've been trying to push down our throats. Our people are not getting it. That the invaders, the only way to checkmate them is to go for referendum.
Yeah.
Let's ask and get from our people their consent. Where do they want to be? If they want to continue this way, so be it.
So be it.
But if they want change, that change we must have.
We must have.
And it's not who becomes the next president. Any election that we do now will only be playing into the game plan of the caliphate, the agents of the British monarchy, the agents of the British system that is taking us slavery. We must checkmate them now in this year 2022. Get this referendum thing sorted out first. When this is done, then anything else can happen by way of election if necessary. It is not a rocket science that Nigeria as it is today is a prison to all our people. The 36 states is a prison. The 774 local government is a prison for our people. It is the cells within the prison system. Yes, like my boss said, prison warders do stay in the prison with their inmates. But within the prison system, you know who is the inmate and you know who is the prison warder. The Fulani want us to stay in this prison, that they are the warders and we are the inmates. So to change this narrative, we must go through referendum. If we come to this realization, then the help will come to make it happen. Where there is a will, they say there is a way.
Yes.
There will always be a way. This genie is off the bottle already and cannot go back in. We must have referendum, and the call will never go away. We must solve our problems. Yeah, one thing back. Ezo Onyekwelu says we must solve the problem by ourselves. And that is the referendum.
Yes, the
we
only
must
way.
go through this referendum. When we are done, then we can now go through election.
Election.
We can't put the cart before the horse.
At all.
It is the horse that pulled the cart. It is the Constitution that the next president will swear to. Which Constitution are we looking at?
The same dysfunctional Constitution that doesn't guarantee them anything.
So we're building on a shifting sand.
The one that said if the president deemed fit to give them road, give them lights, give them electricity. What if he doesn't deem fit? Let's not have a constitution. This is what I'm saying. Let's draw a constitution that will include all of these things, that you are going there, we are not trusting you, but we are trusting on the constitution that has already been made by the people. And if you fail to implement those things written on the constitution, you will be dealt with.
If we continue to go this way and expect change to happen, we're wasting our time. And the reason I say this is because our people have gotten used to abnormalities. Our people have been so satisfied with unworkable systems. It's almost as if it is impossible, that it is in the next life. But I'm promising each one hearing us that the change we're talking about is possible here.
It's possible.
Not just for your children, but for you now. It can happen. that which put you in cage, that which put my people in cage, that which put all our local communities in cage is the 1999 Constitution. If you want to see solution, if you want to see change happen while you are here, demand for referendum vote for Middle Belt, for Lower Niger Territory, and for the Oduduwa nations. Let's go for referendum. Forget about who the president is. In a loose federation, in a country that is functional, you don't even know who the president is before things will work for you. It is system. If the system is bad, forget about whoever the president is. It won't change nothing. And so this sick system, this Nigeria that is over the cliff already, if we are to do any intervention, if we are to do anything, the first thing we have to do, the first lifeline we can throw is constitution change. We have to go for it. We have to have the courage to vote for it and say, you know what, this is the one that we can take responsibility and say, yeah, it is me. I'm responsible for it. And history will remember where we are, or the position we took in this matter. Instead of getting confused and creating unnecessary stampede that could even take lives, in order to go and pick up PVC for an election that is already getting fixed, election that is already getting rigged by the umpire in the hands of the same caliphate agents. What is going on? Is this how we're going to go? What's the future there?
They keep packaging these people, rebranding themselves, resurfacing their corruption, and the people are still buying into it because they've not seen the well. I'm so happy that we are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. No, we have come and we will keep on here until that change come, and the change will come. Because we are not here to deceive you, Nigerians. We are not politicians. We have nothing to benefit. All we just want is a system that will work for the citizens of Nigeria. Because most of us live abroad. We see the system. We see how things are functioning here in where we are existing.
You see, if we continue to dance around this problem, if we continue to go in circles, not being courageous enough to point this thing out and say, look, this is what the problem is, we haven't made any progress.
At all.
We haven't made any progress. Everything that is ailing our people today is traceable to the 1999 Constitution. The impunity in government, the robbery going on in government, the chaos going on across the country, the unknown gunmen killing in the east, the Boko Haram doing it in the northeast or northwest or wherever they are, the Fulani herdsmen that is all over the place, all the insecurity, the fact that people cannot go to the farm to do their work and go home peacefully, the fact that people cannot go to marketplace and shop and go home, or go to church and pray and go back home peacefully. Rather, they will come back in caskets. The fact that these things are happening is traceable to that slave document that was handed to Nigerians by retired Major General Abdul Salam Abubakar. They cannot give us any justifiable reason to keep things the way they are going, because Nigeria is not going anywhere. There is tension everywhere. If you step into Nigeria today, you will see you can feel the tension. There's a lot of tension within the system. People are not happy. People are not okay. There is a lot of tension. You can feel it. You can literally feel the tension. How can we say, oh, this is our country? We have no other country. Who said that? We have other country.
Of course.
We have other countries that are in detention. Our nations are in detention.
Why people are so ignorant? If it is not important, why did God give us different tribes? Is God an author of confusion?
Thank you. We have
God recognized us as nation. That is why He gave us different ethnic group and different ethnicities.
And those are nations. Those are nations on their own.
They are nations of their own.
Yes.
That is how Europe came into existence.
Thank you. And I believe in confederation. I believe that we can work together when the people agree to be in
yes.
union. And that is what we're talking about, that we do not have our consent in the current continued existence of this long expired Nigeria. The document that is binding us together got repudiated officially by NINAS on December 16, 2020. That is an epic move that sends a strong message to Nigeria that the document upon which they're operating has been annulled, has been completely repudiated.
Did you still remember that the Minister of Information came out to testify that his office was supposed to be the one to print that constitution, that he never saw that constitution, not until the day Obasanjo came to swear to that constitution.
Yes.
The man came out and said that constitution is, I don't know why our people are so just, I won't call it, is it ignorance? Is it suffering that has tied their face to not being able to think far wide on this particular truth?
You're referring to the former president of Ohanes Ndibo, Dr. Nyawodo. He was as forthcoming as he could be. He let it out that not a single one of them saw the Constitution, that Obasanjo swore on a document that they never saw.
They never saw.
It wasn't printed. And so the whole fraud was packaged to force down the throat of our people. And yet, in the year 2023, 2023, from 1999, our people are still following sheepishly. Our people are still being led, as it were, through the strings. Middle Beltons, Southerners are scrambling. Who will pay with Atiku? Who will do this? Wike is angry. He was not included.
He was not included. Imagine.
Guess what?
They went to bring Okowa.
Guess what? The oil in Rivers State belongs to someone in Jigawa.
Hey.
That is what should concern Wike more than who becomes the deputy to...
The deputy. They've monopolized Nigerian market to Dangote alone to produce everything. Imagine the increase Dangote brought to Nigerian cement.
Yeah.
Because he has no competitor in the market. He increased it more than 100% at a spot.
They kill his potential competitors by making sure that they don't even get out of the gate. And so when a country begins to end into the private pocket or private account of an individual, an oligarch that is linked to people because he's a member of any government in power, when a country starts ending up that way, you know, there is no future for such a country. Nigeria has no future.
At all.
Nigeria is not for Southern and Middle Belt citizens.
At all.
Current Nigeria is the makeup of the Fulani oligarchy. All they want to do is to corner everything in Nigeria and apportion few house slaves here and there to be like the warrant chiefs among our people. And so, if our people want to get common sense, if our people want to see what is happening to them, if our people want to see the light is in front of them. The message of NINAS, the Nigeria Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, is to set our people free the right way.
The right way.
To open up the prison doors and let our people go free.
Go for free.
And have an expected future. You can expect that when you are going to bed, if you get up in the morning, the light you left on in the night will still be on in the day. If a situation where you provide your own energy, your light, your security, your housing, you can't afford to get food in the market, that is not a country. That is not a country. That is
Come
Somalia.
and see the light. Nigerian people, come and see the light. The light Ninas has brought to shine forth our liberation, our freedom out from our captivity. We are calling on all Nigerians to come and champion this movement so that we will go through. Gold does not become gold except it go through fire.
Thank you. Do you know, when you think that our people will begin to reason constructively, effectively, they are going the wrong direction. When Northerners go into terrorism, they repent them and inject them right into the military.
Right into Nigerian army.
So that they will work against the military from within. But when Southerners protest police extrajudicial killings, when Southerners pour out on the street like IPOB to say, oh, we want a change, we don't see the way this country is going, it is not for us, we're being discriminated against. They bring Northern soldiers to shoot NSAS and members of Biafra movement.
You saw those military soldiers that were sent to where is this place again? Is it Anambra State? Yes, I think so. Those people, you can easily tell that those people are not well trained.
Yeah.
Those Nigerian army don't have qualification anymore. Before you recruit people into Nigerian army, at least there should be a level of education. There should be a level of training before they can be recruited into Nigerian army.
I think the criteria is to be able to handle AK-47 and AK-49.
Yeah.
And these people are able to handle it. You see them with their cow, bearing arms. And yet, the same government that took arms from our people, you know, one of the early policy moves this government of Major General Muhammad Buhari did was to take legally owned arms from our people. Yeah. Now they took arms from our people while arming their cattlemen. Well, that's a perfect classic example of takeover. That's a classic way of describing a formal takeover of the country. That cattlemen will bear arms and the real people, the owners, will be scampering for safety. When they go into their farm, they destroy everything there and they go scot-free because their man is in government. Well, there is a solution to all these things, and we cannot exhaust the problem of Nigeria by just talking. The solution is referendum. It's the new start, the new beginning. It will begin a new era for everyone in the Middle Belt and in the South, which is Southwest, Southeast, and South-South in Lower Niger Territory. We will begin to have new beginning, new process will take over when we start doing it right, when we begin to say the right things and begin to demand the right things. If not anything else we're doing, we're merely sidestepping the problem. We're trying to ignore it as much as, please don't touch it. You know what? It's not going to go away.
At all.
It's not going away. This problem needs a solution. And the solution in this matter is referendum.
The citizens looks like a man that has a problem. He goes, say, let me go and take alcohol. When I come back from the alcohol, maybe my problem will go away. But when your eye clear, the problem will still sit down there. They wait for you.
Doubled up. It has doubled. The problem has doubled. Honestly, it is for the love of our people. It is for the love of our people that we're even getting engaged in this. Otherwise, we can just go mind our business.
Yes, of course.
Say, look, why are we bothering ourselves? Why are we worried? It is for the love of our people.
Our people.
It is to restore hope. It is to be voice to the voiceless that we're doing this, that we're investing our time and energy and resources into this. If Nigeria do not go through referendum, you have no country.
At all. The country has been dead yesterday. It is dead today, and it will be dead forever if nothing is done to the problem on ground now.
Yeah.
So we are championing this movement, and we are calling. We will only come here and advise you people. But if you say you like the suffering that you are going through, well,
you continue with it.
You continue with it.
You continue with it. Yesterday, I was talking to a gentleman. He moved from Australia. He resides around here. He was asking me about Nigeria. I said, what do you want to know? He said, why is it that Nigeria is in such a disquiet situation? I said, listen, this country produces 3 million barrels of oil a day. He said, what? I said, yes. He said, why is still Nigeria a beggar nation? I said, because the money, that 3 million barrels never gets to the people. It ends up in escrow account from where the rulers move it to their private accounts. That's why there is no road, there is no electricity, there is no infrastructure, there is no security, there is absolutely nothing. And the people are ready to serve anybody, including the thieves that are robbing them. They are ready to serve them so that they will get a pittance, so that they will get peanut as settlement. And so if this country that is producing 3 million barrels a day that is being stolen and hidden into different foreign accounts, if the people know the power they possess, if the people know their right as indigenous peoples of the land,
this nonsense will stop.
Their attitude will change.
Yeah.
The attitude of our people will change. Those who are waiting for some Messiah to fall from the sky.
Yeah, it's like they are waking up, but they are not approaching the solution in the right manner. You understand?
The whole thing is this.
Yeah.
When people fail to hear, they begin to hear from familiar spirits.
Yeah.
When people fail to give heed to the sound admonition, they begin to listen to fallen spirits that lie to them. And it's readily available. People can be chasing shadow, thinking that they are chasing the right thing, but they are chasing shadow.
That's what is happening now. They are chasing shadow.
You are shadow chasing when you believe that a foreign power will come to liberate you, when the power is within you. We just have to organize ourselves. Our people must organize themselves and begin to discuss this thing in their communities, in our villages, in our kindred meetings. We need to be discussing the message of Ninas. This is the message. This is the gospel that we should be preaching to our people now. That there is a way out of Nigeria. That there is hope beyond current madness that is going on. That what we have presently going on will not lead us anywhere until our people begin to embrace this. I pity our people, because many will go in this wrong direction. The whole thing about the message of Ninas is to save the life of many. Whosoever will.
Shall not perish.
To those who will, who wants to be saved. The message of Ninas is the message of hope, the message of life, the message of progress, the message of new restoration. Restoration. Yeah. If not, as our things stand today, that vehicle still have no brain box.
At all.
That vehicle still has no transmission.
At all.
I don't know who will drive a vehicle.
Who will drive a motor without a brain box? Yeah. In fact, people keep coming out and make statements, and yet they will still want to swallow that statement they made.
And go against it.
And go against it.
Their own statement. Their own statement. I mean, I'm not saying that the people of heaven said. That's a lie.
You said.
Yeah. Here, you told me that this vehicle has no brain box. And you want to be the driver. And you want to be the driver. How does that work? Nigeria is sitting on a shifting sand. Somalia. I was talking to a guy of Somalian descent last week. I asked him about his country. I said, how is the warlordism business and the piracy going? He said Somalia is beginning to come together now. Maybe something is beginning to look better for them. Where do Nigeria stand? Are we pulling away from Somalia status, or we're getting closer to embracing Somalia?
Because if it's not done in the right way,
we will be worse than Somalia.
Worse than Somalia.
We will
because the way it's going now, if the people vote one more time, they did not get result, it will be disaster.
Thank you.
We don't want more killings. We must not kill to revive the nation. That is why we are calling for a simple way out through a binding multi-regional referendum.
Exactly.
It will be one man, one vote. You come there and decide.
The British did it to get out of the European Union.
They did it. And it works perfectly.
What we're asking for is no different from what the British has done. The Scots have done it. The Irish have done it.
The Irish, name it, a lot.
The Kurdistans voted for referendum 3-4 years ago. Catalans voted in Spain also. There has been a number of referendums all over the place. It's not different from what we're asking for. In fact, in our own case, our situation, the situation of Nigeria is more terrible. That we need an urgent
solution
operation that can only be initiated through referendum.
Just imagine somebody that had an internal bleeding.
Instead
of you to perform a surgery on that person, you went there and start dressing the wound that you are seeing on the surface. Because that is what these people are doing. And not knowing that internal bleeding that person is getting is going to lead to death.
Of course.
Because these people, if they have ears now, let them join us and let's do the needful. This is the needful. Every other one is not caught for. Election, political party, who are they campaigning for? I will look at some vibrant youth now, they will come out, they will say, Jagaban. My brother, is something wrong with you? I will look at some youth now, they will come out, they said articulation. My brother, is something wrong? Article that had Nigeria electricity. Peter Obi just only went to Egypt for nothing. Article business in Nigeria, Peter Obi cannot stand to stop that man's business. His business is no for Nigeria not to have electricity because he's the chief barber of Kano importing generator to Nigeria. That is his business.
So having light wouldn't work in his best interest.
At all.
So you see the sabotage that is going on. All the people that have been at the heart of the problem of the country
are trying to claim that they want to help the country.
And they are occupying positions of authority. And that means you're going deeper and deeper into the hole because they can never give you a hand to pull you out. They want you to go down there so that they will remain relevant.
And we are not even talking about the jihadist accomplishment if this election goes on.
What are we talking about? Deborah was killed in Sokoto school.
We are not even talking on that aspect. We are only trying to want to personalize it now. We are just only trying to want to make them understand the light surface of it for them.
Well, it is to let the people know the genesis of all that is going on. Now, in fact, when we talk about the 1999 Constitution, we are not trying to beat around the bush. We are going direct to the problem. And that's what I saw in the message of Nina's years back when I paid attention to hear what is going on, to read on it. I found out that, look, instead of rigmaroling, going back and forth, touching everywhere, the problem can only be narrowed down to one thing: the Constitution. The Constitution. And countries, there has been, and I can make references to different countries, but countries have started so horribly. Their human right was so nasty. Everything about the country was so despicable that over time, they shifted from there and began to embrace the country itself. That, look, we all belong together. The reason I made this reference is the first address by the first Prime Minister of Canada, John MacDonald. His first address to the Canadian Parliament was so racist against the natives. But today, in fact, you know what was in the news yesterday? It's about the indigenous people.
they still clamor and still give them their preference.
Thank you.
If
Just
you
as
want
we
to
were
apply for
celebrating,
everything, there is a column that will tell you, are you indigenous?
yeah,
Canadian?
as we were discussing over the weekend, the plight of the Black Americans, African Americans in the United States, the June 10th, the next day is the natives in Canada. If your country do not value your life above contracts, above money going into private pockets, if your country do not value your life, counting on what you think about the country itself, if your country don't know or don't care about what you think about that country, you do not belong.
Some people will say, I will die, I will die for this. You want to die for a country that does not want to cater for you?
Nigeria is not worth dying for. If you die for Nigeria, you die for nothing.
You die for nothing. Fela said it now.
Yeah, if you die for Nigeria, you die a useless death.
And it's such a death. If you go to heaven, God will reject such a person because you did not die a respectful death.
Dying for Nigeria is wasting your life. In fact, promoting Nigeria as is committing suicide. You are killing yourself. You are bringing your killers to come in and kill you by continuing to keep Nigeria as is.
We are telling them now they think it's a joke. We will be here because history will remember us.
Of course.
History will remember us that we advise.
Of course.
Just that they did not listen. But we pray. We pray because we will do this, and we also pray that God should open their eyes of wisdom to see the importance of what we are championing now. Because Nigeria is a collapsed system. Abdul Salam that initiated all this problem is the one that has ruled Nigeria for the shortest period of time. All the money they recovered during Abacha time, Abdul Salam steal all those money. Abdul Salam.
He's lying here now at the London hospital. Something they could build in Nigeria, but they don't build it. If the president of Nigeria feels sick, he goes to London.
If he dies now, they'll bring him to Nigeria to
because Nigeria is where Russian president said it, that Nigerians, they steal and hide in other countries. When they die, they go bury them in Nigeria. Is it not a sad outcome? Is it not a pathetic commentary on a country that was supposed to be, but is not? So let's begin to act in line with common sense. That Nigeria, if you're a Southerner, if you're a Middle Belt, Nigeria is not for you. We are trying to chart a new direction here. And the beginning of it will be a multi-regional referendum that will take place in the Middle Belt, in the Oduduwa, present-day Southwest, and Southeast, which is under Lower Niger Territory. If we have to face the future with hope, with great aspiration, with excitement, it will start with referendum.
Yeah.
I do not have any hope in this Nigeria reinventing itself.
That's the only hope.
Nigeria will not recover by itself. Nigeria must go through referendum. That will give us a new beginning. It will help us to go on a new foundational structure.
Yeah.
To start building
structure that will grow.
Yeah.
A structure that will bring improvement.
Yeah.
A structure that we could easily say, yes, we have a guarantee of a future for our unborn generation.
That we are responsible for this.
Yes.
After this referendum, I will not come out to say again that our constitution is dubious.
No.
Because we would have made one by ourselves.
Yes. Because this man came out the last time, he said what is written in the constitution is not what matters. How the constitution came about.
Yeah.
Everybody must involve. Everybody must involve, because you're not dealing with one ethnic group here. Nigeria has more than 200 and something ethnic group lying there in that country. And you say they don't have right over their health, over their future. These people must be joking. Nigerians, please, we are advising you. All those celebrities that are coming out to tell you to go and get your PVC, believe me, they are only tackling it from the secondary. We are coming out to handle this issue from the primary source of the problem.
The
A
Constitution.
man cannot be chasing a rat when his house is on fire.
It's on fire. Yes, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So don't listen to any musician. Or this will not be record label. This will not be record label. This is not how to produce movie or whatever. We are dealing on the basis problem of Nigeria political system. That is what we are tackling here.
A lot is riding on this. And the reason I say that a lot is riding on this is because if you are feeling hopeless about the way things are today, if you went to market last week and you go this week and found out that prices have skyrocketed, there is a hyperinflation going on, it is because there is no confidence in the system.
Yeah.
The people's confidence has been eroded in the system. To tackle all these problems, the people individually are not the problem. It is the document that is making Nigeria to exist, to continue to exist. As long as Nigeria continues to exist as is, you are in slavery. It doesn't matter whether you are based in Lagos or in the East, West, Edo State, Anambra State, Imo State, Benue State, Plateau State, your life is in danger. One Nigeria is your number one enemy. Whatever gives life to that one Nigeria is your number one enemy, and that is the Constitution. If you want to have dignity of your life, the sanctity of your life restored, if you want to have the pride of your citizenship restored, if you want to have your own people, their life, if you want to have their life gain value again, the very first step out of the gate is toward referendum. If you elect angels to govern Nigeria, it will still not work because the intentions from the get-go was evil. Those who handed us 1999 Constitution did it with ill intentions, and that is to take the entire South and Middle Belt as slavery, as conquered territory. This is in fulfillment of the declaration of Ahmadu Bello. When Boko Haram was killing, bombing churches in Abuja or elsewhere, and Jonathan eventually, under his leadership, decided to have a meeting with them, they nominated Major General Muhammadu Buhari as their representative. That should tell you the rest of the story. If I have missed telling you anything, remember that Major General Muhammadu Buhari, the grand patron of Fulani Miyetti Allah, the Fulani terrorists, he is also the representative of the Boko Haram. ISIS is already in Nigeria. And these groups, in fact, ISIS and Boko Haram are now one.
ISWAP.
You know that, right? ISWAP,
yeah.
Islamic State of West Africa, under ISIS. These people will take over Asharok in no time. Anytime they wake up and decide to do it, they will take over the government of Nigeria. Afghanistan is this close from happening in Nigeria. If we want to stop all these things, if we want to put them out, the first step is binding multi-regional referendum. Why do I use that word binding? Because the outcome of that referendum will be holding.
Yeah,
it will stand. Yeah, it will stand. That will be the new rule. If you don't want to see Nigeria become what Taliban has turned Afghanistan to be, all Nigerians, and I mean indigenous Nigerians, across the South, across the Southeast, across the Southwest, across Middle Belt, please open your ears, open your mind to sound reasoning. Demand for referendum because you want the life of your people to be secured. If you go through this, then leaders who have your interest at heart will emerge.
We must rebuild the nation.
Yeah.
It is lie in your capacity and my capacity to build our nation.
Yeah.
We will not leave it for those that are ready to want to pluck us into darkness.
Yeah.
It is our responsibility. And a movement has been on for a very long time now, and even the constitutional force majeure that has been out since 20 2020, December 16, championing the dispute union of Nigeria coexisting, which is the Constitution. The constitutional force majeure is stating right there that, like, listen, we have a dispute quarrel with Nigerian present corrupt system, asking them how come about that union. And we are not in support of that constitution they are using to rule us. So as at that, we are calling on every Nigerian. There is a platform. Don't ask, because I have a lot of people that are asking us, what can we do? No, this is not the time to ask what you can do. There is already a way for us to walk, a path for us to walk through. And that path is no other path than the Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination. Is giving us the broad way to our success, away from our debt, away from our captivities, away from those rulers that think we are born slaves to serve them as masters. So what we're going to do is for us to visit www.ninasvoice.org. Visit www.ninasvoice.org. The information is right on this broadcast. Visit this broadcast and visit the website www.ninasvoice.org. Enough information is right lying there. Go there and educate yourself. Equip yourself with information. They said information is power. Inform so that you will not be deformed. If you don't use your head, you will lose the head. So we are calling on every Nigerian now, come to this platform and make use of your head so that you will not lose the head.
One comment from Ifechi says, honestly, Nigeria is disgusting. He says, Nigeria is suffocating everyone. And let me put it this way. Last year, we saw George Floyd as he was getting killed by a white police officer in the United States. Do you know that the British knees has been on the neck of Nigerians?
Yeah. We are not Britain.
From 1914 to this moment.
Yeah.
Nothing have changed. Even the paper Independence was not honestly done. Rather, in fact, they created the problem that we're going through. They rigged the first censor. They rigged it.
Harold Smith came out and said it.
Yeah, Harold Smith has let it bare that this is what happened. So the British knees need to come off of our necks so that we can be free to make our decisions for our people.
We are not going to tell them to take their legs off our neck. We are going to take our liberation ourselves. Because yes, we are the people. We are the ones suffering this whole enterprise they created, all the name of what they could gain from us. Because if we dig into history, we will see how the Fulanis and the British met halfway, and they decided that they want to conquer. Take a look at how the Europeans, if you read history, you see that the Europeans, they fought themselves very well.
Yeah.
The Europe nation, they fought very well before they now say, why are we fighting ourselves? Let's make a union, a European union, and look outside where is that place they were looking at? They were looking at Africa.
Yeah.
They believe Africa is not their case study where they will be exploited.
That's when the scramble for Africa started. That's when the scramble for Africa started. And I keep wondering if Netherlands, France, Germany, United Kingdom, and all the countries that populate both East and Western Europe, if they can be countries, what's wrong with Edo State being a country of its own?
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with Lagos being a country of its own? What's wrong with Benue State being a nation of its own? You survive on what you produce. Or you can design new things. You can make yourself attractive to tourists. Countries survive on that. The Caribbean countries, the Caribbean nations, how many are there? How many population? What is their population figures? They are nothing. Many of them are not even up to the population of a state in our country. And so those who think that this one big country, Nigeria can only mean what Nigeria is to you. And the Nigeria of today means nothing. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
And so to solve this problem, let's go through referendum and find out where we belong, because we are looking for a union of equals, a union that you, my listener, your people committed to. If you didn't commit to it, it's not for you. It's being forced on you. You shouldn't be quiet. You shouldn't feel like you are comfortable. If you feel you are comfortable when you are detained, when your sovereignty is detained, when everything about you is being played with, my dear, you are that house slave that is comfortable in captivity.
Prolonging their suffering.
Yeah. That you are a house slave doesn't make you a free person. You're not free while in that detention. And so this referendum call may be very complicated to some, so no, they don't understand it. Please, by all means, go to the website that was given to you, www.ninasvoice.org. When you go there, you will begin to see the scales will begin to fall off your eyes. It will begin to come off. Your vision will begin to get more clearer. This is what it's all about. It is for the peace of you, your family, and future generations. If you toy with it, you're toying with everything that has to do with who you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steve. I think we've been able to touch one or two parts. And please, viewers, if you're watching this program, I want you to understand that like our broadcast is always on Wednesday and Saturday, same time, home time land. Please join us. The phone number you can call in is open. You can reach us on WhatsApp. You can call us directly. And we'll be there to take your questions and we'll deliberate on it. We are here to open the eyes of Nigerians so that we can be able to walk through this transitional process on how we could build a better nation, a heritable nation, a nation that we can call home. Because the way it is now, it is not a nation we can call home. It's a death warrant sentence, a place of chaos, catastrophe, a place you cannot vouch for what will happen the next minute. Because why? We have people that don't care about you that matters in that nation. So we are asking you all to come to this platform. Please, if you are watching us, share, like, turn on your notification button so that whenever we are live on here, you can be able to know that we are live, to share this broadcast, because we are here to give you the right information, not information that will destroy you, because what we come here to do is to give life to those Nigerians that don't understand the basis of the catastrophe of the system of Nigeria. And I thank you all viewers for joining us on this program. We'll meet with you same time, same station on Saturday as we come live and give you another dimension of how we can go about our way through a multi-binding regional referendum. And the only platform we have to channel this movement is no other place than the Nigeria Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination. The nationalities has been trampled upon, their right has been stolen, their privileges has been taken away from them. And we say, no, you matters a lot, irrespective of how small your native tribe might be. You matters a lot in Nigeria. Every life matters in Nigeria. So we are asking you to visit www.ninasvoice.org and get information from there, and let's move Nigeria. If it is possible for us to coexist as a nation, we will coexist. But if it is not edible for you that is going to make that decision, then we go our separate ways. It's not by force to keep a marriage. If a marriage is not working, a separation comes and everybody go their separate way, irrespective of if there's kids or there's no kids. If you move in a very transitional process of a peaceful way, everything will work out fine and nobody will be hurt. We are calling on every citizens of Nigeria, come on this platform, let's educate ourselves and let's build a better nation for our urban generation.
I want to leave this challenge to those who think that they own Nigeria, that they will run Nigeria as long as they are holding swear. If they really love Nigeria, if they really love their neighbors, if they really love the landscape, if they really love Africa, if they really love Black lives, they will not hesitate to embrace this call for referendum. It's happening 7 to 9 p.m., 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. West Africa Standard Time. Join us in the next Saturday presentation for the same subject. We want to explore our way out of Nigeria. God bless you.
Thank you so much, and we will not rest until we get there. Thank you, viewers, and don't forget to share, like, and we'll see you on our next broadcast. Thank you so much, Mr. Steve, for anchoring this program with us today, and I pray God keep us alive. We will be here to talk more to our people. Stay blessed, sir, and bye for now.